Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome again to another video with the PICO 4. Uh, we're gonna be doing today something a little bit different, and this is probably going to help some of you that are still confused as to why you need virtual desktop. If you're if you are planning to just do PCVR with a wire, like a USB cable. I'm going to show you here exactly why you should do that. So we're going to do a comparison with Microsoft Flight Simulator, where we are going to be set in the same scenery with the same airplanes. And we are going to compare the video, picture quality, latency, and as well as, being able to read text. Because if you're into flight simulation, that's critical. You need to be able to read the text, the instruments, the glass cockpit, in order for you to enjoy flight simulation with the VR. And aside from that, you need to be able to see outside of your plane to I'll say, decent distance away from your plane without any major distortion, if you will. This right now that we're looking at, it's basically SteamVR through the PICO 4 Stream Assistant that we are testing on right now. And we are going to do a quick comparison because even here in this environment, you are able to see a dramatic difference between virtual desktop and the PICO Stream Assistance. So just pay attention, completely forget about the overlay, the performance overlay for now. And also, just so you know, the bitrate right now is 141 megabits per second because I went into the PICO Stream Assistance ini file and I modified the bitrate. I should have made the maximum bitrate a little bit higher so we can just have an apples to apples comparison with 150 megabits per second. I might do that, but just don't. It's irrelevant to this comparison because you're gonna see a lot of problems with a Pico Stream Assistant that had nothing to do with the bitrate. So for now, I think one of the things that I noticed as soon as I started using the PICO Stream Assistance, is that it looks like Pico is doing some Fourier rendering, if I can pronounce that word properly, where things that are not in the middle of your focus of your lenses appear to be completely distorted and I'll say with a much lower resolution, if you will. So just pay attention to those lines in front of me. If you see those lines at the far end there, all of them look blurry. And aside from that, you can see that they are there's some shimmering, if you will, on those lines. So let me bring my head down a little bit and just pay attention. I need you to pay attention to those lines right there at the bottom. I'm going to hold my controller here and just focus. Do you see? Are you able to notice that? I'm not sure if this is going to come out on a video though, but just pay attention here. Look all the shimmering that I'm seeing right now with the Pico Stream Assistance. Same thing happened with stuff on the side, on the far side here. That as soon as you move your focus, whatever is in the middle here looks fine, but what's already on the far distance there, you can see everything is blurry and shimmering. This is exactly what you're gonna be seeing when we jump into the simulator. Identical. And aside from that, just focus on those lines close to me. Look at the definition of them. They might look fine to you, but as soon as you jump into virtual desktop, you are going to completely hate Pico Stream Assistant. And this is why I wanted to do Pico Stream Assistant first, because the difference is just ridiculous. Okay, so we are already in the flight simulation menu. Let's recenter the screen and just pay attention, please, Let me just reactivate my controllers. Pay attention to the whole environment here, if you will, everything. So focus on top there. I'm bringing my head down. Do you see all those shimmering already there on those lines? All the shimmering. Same thing happened on the borders, if you will. But look at the menu here. Take a look at the menu. Take a look at the letters on the menu. They all look blurry. They look blurry as heck. And these are significant large text. So you can imagine how this is going to look when we jump into a cockpit. So first of all, let's see what the resolution here is. Okay, so this is a problem. And this is a common problem with the PICO stream assistance. This resolution is tremendously low. Even though we are on HD, looks like we're going to have to make a change here so we can continue. So let's go ahead and correct that because I really want to have an apples to apples. This is something else I want you to focus here. Focus on the Steam menu here, the overlay. Look at the definition on the borders here. Even here, we got some shimmering going on. Just pay attention to everything here, right? Let's jump here and we're gonna correct this. Somehow it's 80%. So we're gonna probably just bring it. We're gonna bring it on par with the resolution that I'm gonna be running on virtual desktop. So we're gonna do here. See if we can do 3056, 3052, or can we do 3056? Right, let's just leave it there. So now that that's corrected, we have to go outside of we got to go outside of the simulator. So I'm gonna hit the toggle, the VR toggle key. So we are already outside of the simulator, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kill this here. I'm gonna exit out of Steam VR. We're gonna wait for the frames per second to go to 0. There you go. And now we're gonna just go ahead and exit out of this here. We're gonna stop it here, and then we're gonna join back in. Let's give it a couple seconds here. And I'm gonna try to keep this video as short as possible. All right, so here we are back on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's go back to the menu. Right, so here we got way less shimmering after I adjusted the resolution to be close to or almost identical to what I'm gonna be using with virtual desktop. But if you look over there already, I am not focusing over there. If you look over there right now, you can see all the shimmering with those square lines. If I move my head up, then they look fine, I guess. They're still blurry, just to be honest with you. But everything that's not on the center of the lenses, it's pretty much, I guess, brought to a resolution that's pretty low. I'm assuming for performance purposes. Anyway, let's go back to the options here. Let's double check that Flight Simulator has detected the new resolution, and it has already. All right, so 3052. So we're gonna go on the menu here. And again, completely ignore the frames per second, right? Because this is something you can adjust by lowering the graphics or whatever. So we should be getting almost identical frames per second with this resolution with virtual desktop and with stream assistant. I want to go to an airport. Maybe let's just go here. Let's just go here to Miami International. And I want to go, and we are going to jump maybe here on this runway. We're going to just jump into this runway here, runway 9. And we are going to go with the, I guess with the PNDG 737 for now. So let's go ahead. The time, we are going to try to set the time to something similar. So let's just do 3 o'clock or close to 3 o'clock. All right, 3:01 p.m. With light weather. So let's go ahead and jump in there. So you can see everything behind here that I'm not focusing on. It's just shimmering. All those lines are just shimmering like crazy. I'm still able to see those texts there, kind of blurry to me. So this is not really the resolution that we think we are running on. So PICO Stream Assistant might be doing something weird behind the scenes, because this just looks terrible pretty much. Of course, after trying virtual desktop, of course, because before I tried virtual desktop, I guess it was decent for me. Right, so I need you to start paying attention here. Let's start simply here. Look at this button here. Are you able to read those texts? I am not, unless I go pretty close, and even up close. Look at how blurry this stuff looks. This button here. So there's no way. It's blurry from far away. It's blurry from close to the button. So let's take a look here. These are relatively large text. I'm able to read those big text here. The main panel, DU, I guess that's what it says, and then lower DU. But it is freaking blurry. It is blurry as heck. Everything here I'm unable to read. I might be able to start guessing here letters, but this is blurry as heck. All right, take a look here. I'm not able to read none of that. Absolutely none of that there. I'm not able to read none here. This looks blurry, 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 blurry. Let's take a look at the overhead. We're pretty close here, so this looks decent, I guess. Decent, but it's still blurry. There's no definition to it. Now, let's take a look at the faraway scenery there. Do you see all those lines? Do you see all the shimmering there going on the runway lines? Look at far away. Everything over there is shimmering, and this is something that happens when you are running something on very low resolution. So if I bring my head down, look at all the shimmering again. Everything just gotten worse, way worse. Look at all that stuff. This is very distracting. And I've seen videos of people returning their Pico 4 back to PICO because of this that we're seeing here. People that were just buying this headset for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So they just got tired of the blurriness on this headset and the bad latency. Look at the latency. That's just terrible for the picture quality that we're getting here. Look at all the shimmering. So all those people were returning their headset to PICO thinking it was a problem with the Pico 4, or thinking maybe that the Pico 4 didn't have enough horsepower, if you will, to provide a clear picture. And to those people, I can basically tell you that you did not try hard enough. You had something next to you which was going to give you an amazing experience. Of course, it was not going to be free. You have to pay $20 for the for the virtual desktop for PICO 4, which makes sense. We shouldn't be paying anything else. PICO needs to resolve the problem with their software, with the PICO Stream Assistance. That software is just a mediocre software right now. So it's incredible that just one person that developed the virtual desktop was able to get something way better of a product than probably a team or a group of people at PICO 4 or at PICO or ByteDance developing the Stream Assistant. It just doesn't make sense to me, to be honest with you. So looking at all this stuff here, look at those power lines on the power poles there. Do you see all the freaking shimmering? That's the result of low resolution. So take a look at that. I'm going to try to focus here because I want to take another picture of this. Right. So this does not look good. I think I'm able to take pictures even when recording. I'm gonna try to do that. But let's go ahead and power on the aircraft here because I want you to see all the, the instruments here. So let's go here. Let's request the power. And you know what? No, I don't need none of that. So I do not need none of that. So let's just go here. Menu, PNG setup, and we're gonna load the takeoff state. Let's see here. Do we have a takeoff state? Okay, let's just do taxi. We're gonna load taxi. Ooh. Okay. We're just gonna wait now for, yeah, everything should be set already for us here, if you will. Let's just wait some time for these glass carpets to come to life here. I'm able to read this on the FMC from here, but it is pretty shimmery, if you will. The text is pretty shimmery and blurry. Let's give it a couple seconds here until those displays come on. Let's set this to Kmia. Okay. Mia. There you go. Good. Right. Yeah, let's give it some time, and this usually takes a while to come on. All right, so while this come up here, what else can we look at? Let's take a look at this here. Take a look at those letters there. There, I cannot read none of it. Even the caution looks blurry. All right, so we got the displays here. They just came up. And let's just focus. Yeah, let's just focus here on the edges of each one of these tapes here. Do you see all the shimmering? Is that noticeable to you? Look here already. Look how, shimmery that looks. That over there looks way worse, to be honest. But look at all this stuff in here. Let's just get up close. Looks decent, I guess, at this, from this distance. But still, I see a lot of shimmery going on in there. Now, let's pay attention to the colors here. Take a look at the greens on the grass. Look at the pavement on the runway. Look at the sky. Everything, all the colors look washed out. And what I mean by washed out is that basically, let's say you buy a new shirt, a brand new red shirt. You know that red shirt is going to come with a bright red, pretty much, off of the box, if you will. So let's say that you washed that red shirt multiple times on your washing machine, and let's say a year you compare the red on a shirt. A year later, most definitely, if it was a regular shirt, most likely the red color is going to be washed out. It's not going to be as close as it was when you bought it. This is exactly what we're seeing here. Neither one of these colors look vibrant to me. And I know there is an option on one of the init files of the PICO Stream Assistant that allows you to tune the brightness, contrast, and saturation. But I have played around with them, and they don't give you anything close to what you get with Virtual Desktop. So I think it's enough right now for us to kind of jump into Virtual Desktop on this same setting. Of course, we're going to go back to the menu because we got to compare everything from Virtual Desktop, including the Steam environment. And then we're going to launch the Steam overlay. Take a look at the definition there. Then we're going to go into Flight Simulator. Take a look at the menu in Flight Simulator. And then we are going to jump right on this plane on this runway at 3 p.m. with clear sky and custom weather settings. All right, so here we are now in virtual desktop. So one of the things that I want you to pay attention to immediately is that we are using USB-C tether. And the way I can show you that is by, first of all, showing you that I am not on wireless. So as you can see here, we got our wireless or Wi-Fi connection turned off, and we're using basically USB tether. If you don't know what that is, just go watch one of my previous videos comparing USB tether with wireless on the PICO 4 with virtual desktop. And also there's a video that's called huge performance difference or whatever. That one also has the instructions for you to set up the USB tether with the proper driver so you avoid those blue screens in Windows 10. Now, let's go jump here and take a look at our settings here. So we are going to be, I think we were doing 141 megabits per second on Pico 4. So I want to do exactly that here. I'm going to bring it to 141. I want to disable, I mean, we got bitrate, auto bitrate disable. So we're going to use 141 here, identical to what we use on the stream assistance, if you will. Sorry. And then we're just gonna go with godlike mode. Now that looks good. Again, everything else here you can ignore pretty much. Maybe we can bring the brightness here to normal brightness. There you go. Now let's go ahead and launch SteamVR, and I need you to start paying attention. On SteamVR, I believe I'm gonna have to do some adjustment on the render resolution because we just changed it when we were doing the test with the Pico Stream Assistance. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump SteamVR. Right. Take a look at the colors first. They're on the horizon. Look at that beauty. Now take a look at all these beautiful lines here. Very well defined, very high resolution. Look. Now pay attention. I'm gonna just look at the horizon there at the far end. Did you see that now you see way more lines? Let me bring my head a little bit. Did you see that we don't see those weird shimmering on all those lines there that we were seeing earlier with the stream assistance? This looks perfect to me. We still got some little shimmering there, I'm gonna be honest, but it's not as bad as it was with the stream assistance. Look at all this. This looks beautiful. Now, let's take a look at the menu here. Check this out. Look at everything here. I can even see some shining on this button here that I was not seeing before. Look at the colors. Look at the definition on the circle here. Look at all of this stuff here. Do you see what I'm saying? This looks, and we are on identical resolution pretty much, just like 4 pixels difference, if you will. Right. Okay, so far so good. Right, so here we are with the Microsoft Flight Simulator. Take a look at all those letters on the menu. Oh my God, this is just incredible. This is incredible. This looks way better than my HP River G2, to be honest with you. Look at all the letters. No more blurriness. No more shimmering. Look at everything. Look at the colors. Look at the blue. Look at the green. Jesus. Now take a look here. Take a look at the squares here, the lines. Do you see how well defined they are now? Look at the top. Look, I'm bringing my head up. We don't see no shimmering here. Everything is just crystal clear to me here. Now let's take a look at the resolution here before we jump, just to be sure they are pretty much where they should be, and they are pretty much. On the Pico 4 it was 3052 by 3052. Now it is 3056 because we don't have the same one. What Virtual Desktop is sending as resolution capability to Steam is not the same as what the Stream Assistant sends. So there's no way to just do an apples there comparison, but we're just talking about 4 pixels. So that has no effect whatsoever. So let's go to the menu here. We are going to jump in here, same airplane. Let's do 3 p.m. again, like we did. Yeah, 259, that's close enough. Weather, we are going to do custom and we're gonna do clear sky. Right, that's exactly what we're gonna do here. Let's go ahead and jump into the plane. All right, so I hope you're enjoying this video so far. If you are, be sure to hit the like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, because that kind of motivates me to keep bringing this video up to you for, you know, awareness, if you will. But already I'm seeing here a tremendous difference. Look at all the text here, the clarity, it just looks clear, crystal clear. Look at the blues, look at the greens. Man, right. Oh my Lord. Oh boy. Let's just start simple. Take a look at the text here. Are you able to read that? I'm pretty sure you are, because I'm able to read it. Fire alarm. If I get close, it gets even clearer, if you will. Take a look at those letters there. I'm able to read absolutely everything on this placard here. Everything. I'm able to read everything here. We got the altimeter 1013-29902. I'm able to read everything here on the course. Right, what else? Take a look here at the FMS. Oh, and whew, I noticed something. I forgot to bring out the overlay. And I do apologize for that. I'm going to bring it up in a second here. But let's just focus on the picture quality for now, because I'm getting pretty much about the same experience as far as smoothness, if you will. So I am able to read everything here. This is pretty clear to me. No shimmering. If we go here, take a look at all this stuff in here. Looks pretty good. Everything is crystal clear. I am able to read pretty much everything here. This is just crazy, guys. Caution. And then here is hard to see because of the angle, but if I just move my head down, I can see panel must be closed. I am able to read all of that. Let's take a look at the far and horizon there. First of all, take a look at the greens. No more shimmering here on the runway lines. Look at the far end. Everything looks crystal clear to me. No shimmering, no weirdness with the color. Look at how vibrant the colors are right now. Let's move here. Look at the pavement here. Looks pretty good. We still got some shimmer in there on the power lines, and it's because those lines are just so thin. Even on a monitor, you should be able to see the same effect. But just take a look at all the trees and everything there, the buildings, if you will. Everything looks clear. Look at the darts. Look at the shadows. Everything looks way better. Trust me. I hope you can notice this. Let's take a look at the overhead panel here. Everything here looks crystal clear. Like I have a glass. I mean, some glasses on my head. I mean, on my eyes right now. Like my normal, glasses that I wear. This is how it looks here. Crystal clear. Everything that's metal looks like metal. It's not washed out. Look at the red, beautiful bright red. Everything looks perfect. So let's go ahead and bring the plane to life here. Let's go here. Let's go load state. We're gonna load the same state, which was taxi, if I'm not mistaken. There you go. Right. Okay, man, I'm even able to read the fuel letter here. Crystal clear. Look at everything here. Looks crystal clear to me. This is incredible. Right, let's just give it some time. This is gonna take a while as well, just like it did before. But guys, trust me, guys and girls, trust me when I tell you this. Do not use PICO Stream Assistant. Just don't use it. Don't use it right now until PICO is able to address the problems with it. You really have to do another investment. Just spend another $20 on virtual desktop for PICO 4, and I can guarantee you, you will not regret it. because you can already see here, you cannot just be satisfied with the picture quality that we were getting with the PICO Stream Assistant just because you don't want to spend an extra $20. This is completely night and day, what we're seeing here. So do not spend your time or waste your time playing with the Stream Assistant until they get it sorted out. Because right now, clearly that PICO Stream Assistant has not been brought to the level of or capability of the Pico 4. To me, it looks like they just left it with the capability of older hexes such as the Pico 3. Not the Pico 3 Neolink, but the Pico 3, the normal Pico 3 that doesn't have a display port. Right, let's take a look here. Look at how this looks. Oh my goodness. Look at even all the texture and awareness and that we're seeing there on the side of the screens, if you will. Even this looks crystal clear. Time and then the time. Oh my lord. Look at all of these. 299er to crystal clear. Crystal clear. If I just go here, I no longer see those shimmering that I was seeing here. Everything looks perfect to me. It just looks perfect. Perfect. Right. So before I do anything, let me take a few. Well, let's just do something. I'm going to exit out of virtual or VR, and we are going to turn on the overlay, the virtual desktop overlay, and then we're gonna go back in, and then I'm gonna take a few screenshots for side-by-side comparison. So just give me 1 second. Gonna go here and exit. That's gonna bring us back to here, and let's turn on the overlay, and let's jump into Steam VR again. Right. So completely ignore the frames per second. I'm not sure if we're gonna see less frames per second or whatever. I'm not sure, but let's just focus on the smoothness of the image. To me, everything looks identical. When I was, moving my head, it was just as smooth as it was with the Stream Assistant. Completely ignore here the latency. This usually happens when we are within this set in Steam. Let's just go back into Microsoft Flight Simulator. Network latency should be going down. And it is, as you can see here, it's already back to, where it should be, around 4 and 5. We're getting less frames per second here, but trust me when I tell you this. When I move my head, it just looks as smooth as basically what we were getting before. So this is the overlay pretty much right now. Look at the latency. Latency is basically a quarter less. And it's still pretty high, to be honest. But this is just, as good as it gets, if you will. So everything now looks crystal clear. All right, so I really hope that you were able to see the huge difference when using Virtual Desktop versus Pico Stream Assistant. It is night and day as far as picture quality goes, as far as color brightness, etc. All right, so I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit the like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.